She used to be an actress.
Oh, really? Did she do anything out of scene?
And I think her biggest deal was she starred in a pilot.
Pilot? What's a pilot?
Well, you know the shows on TV?
I don't watch TV.
Yeah, but you are aware that there's an invention called television, and on this invention they show shows, right?
Yeah.
Well, the way they pick TV shows is they make one show. That show's called a pilot. Then they show that one show to the people who pick shows. And on the strength of that one show, they decide if they want to make more shows. Some get chosen and become television programs. Some don't. Become nothing. She starred in one of the ones that became nothing.
Welcome to Couch Pilots. All of you are my friends. It's the show that dares to fly into the unknown territory of awful television pilots of the past. My name is Jason, and with me is the man without fear. It's Captain Philip Restisher.
I don't have the gene for fear. I look at fear in the face, and I fucking kill it. I don't care about fear. I'm not afraid of anything. Name one thing that... You've known me for 8-9 years? 8?
It feels a lot longer than that, but yeah.
Name one thing I'm afraid of.
Off the cuff, spiders. But I know that's not true, though.
Not true.
I know that to be not true.
No. Cicada.
No.
Not scared.
No. God, what are you scared of? Oh. Failure.
That's true. That's true. Touche, my friend. Touche.
And you're scared that everyone in your life actually hates you, which is not the case at all.
Speaking of failure, I have been watching a new show on Netflix called Death by Magic.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
all right?
Here we go.
And
last week, something was brewing. You had a pack of old ladies. Is that what they're called? Get out a pack. The 52 old ladies.
I love old ladies. They love me too.
You get a pack of cards out last week. You kept flipping it around like so much. I don't know what you're doing. You're teasing everyone with these noises.
Yeah, it was the teaser. They're going to come back next week to hear what's going on with these cards.
So, okay. So you've been watching a show. It's on what, Netflix, I assume?
Yeah.
And it's called what?
It's called Death by Magic. It's where there's this magician named MAC. All right?
M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah. And he goes around the world, and he goes to places where a famous magician died doing a specific trick.
Is there a lot of those?
I'm on episode 8.
Is magician deaths like, because you're talking per capita, right? You're like, so not a lot of
per capita
magicians.
of like people or per capita of magicians.
Magicians.
Okay.
So like, is that up there as far as dangerous work? Is it up there with like the guys who go crab hunting or fishing and off the coast of Alaska?
I think so. I think so.
It's a dangerous profession.
Duh. All right. So we've been watching it. Me and Eli have been watching it, and we're kind of getting into it. You know, he goes to a specific place. There's a specific magician who died in that area doing a specific trick, and we spend a half hour going through. You know, he's researching it, but he's also doing tricks.
Like this show. He's warming up the audience before he gets to the grand.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. So I myself. Mm-hmm. Have been working on some magic trips as well.
You've been working on some magic trips? I can't wait to see this.
All right, so I've been working on some card tricks. So I have a deck of cards here, right? Just a regular old deck of cards.
Sure, yeah.
Some old ladies, as you call them.
Hey,
right?
you know what? I don't come up with the names. I just ruin them.
All right, so I've been working on some card tricks myself.
All
Eli's been working on some magic tricks, and I've been working on some of my own.
Can I ask you before you start, did one of the magicians die from cards?
That I'm not all the way through this full season, but the most recent one was in 1990. It was the whole trick of like being buried alive.
Yeah.
And so this guy did the trick of being buried alive with dirt, you know. Mm-hmm. And like 3 years later, he's like, I'm gonna one up it, and instead of dirt, they're gonna fill it with cement.
Yeah.
And he's a fucking idiot, and didn't have anybody on his team that like paid attention to stuff, and so he does the trick just like he did with dirt. Well, duh, cement is heavier than dirt. They pour a bunch of cement in it, and it fucking caves in on him because it's heavier, and he fucking gets crushed and dies.
Now, is it a case where they just...
And his kids were there. His kids were there at the place.
Yikes. Did they leave him down there like,
No.
We can't help him. He may as well just rest in peace.
They have video. They have video of the they have video of the concrete like caving in, like the wet concrete caving in, and they show video of like all the like workers or assistants trying to dig out all this concrete. Obviously, to no avail. All right, so
You think you would run through the trick 10, 20 times before you actually
I would
do it?
think that somebody would have did the math in regards to the fact that cement is a lot heavier than dirt. It seemed like such a fucking ridiculous mistake to make.
Wow.
Right?
Okay. So
All
this,
right.
so this guy, he goes to these places and recreates the trick.
Yeah, he does, but he puts like the 2019 spin on it. You know what I mean?
So he's holding a cell phone instead.
Sure.
Okay.
Right. But he does the same trick, but just more flamboyant or more like 90s version.
You gotta do the 90s. Everything's a 90s throwback right now. So you got a pack of cards.
90s girl
in
a 90s world.
You're flipping the cards around.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do for us?
I'm a pretty good shuffler, right?
Every day you're shuffling, as far as I'm concerned. What's your magician name?
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
Blake the Blase?
Blake the Charismatic.
Okay.
All right. So I have a deck of cards here, right? This is some old ladies.
Looks
just
like a normal deck of cards to me.
normal deck of old ladies. All right. All right. I want you. Okay. So there's 52 cards. I took the jokers out because that fucks everything.
Nothing funny about that.
All right. So spread them out here.
Spread them all out.
I want you to pick a card,
Okay. I'll pick
All
this
right.
one right here.
and that's your card right there.
Okay.
You see it? I can't see it.
I do see it.
All right. You know what it is? Mm-hmm. All right. I'm gonna have you put it back in the deck.
I'm gonna put it right there. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna shuffle them up.
All right.
All right. You know your card, right?
So yeah, I know the card.
It's kind of hard. For a podcast. It's kind of hard to do, right?
It's an audio format.
Sure. All right. All right. Just I want you to concentrate on this deck. Stare at this deck.
Okay.
All right. Are you staring at the deck?
I mean, yes.
All right. And you're thinking about your card.
Correct.
All right. Is that your card?
It's not. No, it's not.
No. Okay. This is a Jack of Hearts. Okay.
Yeah,
that's not your card.
The Jack of Hearts is not my card.
All right. All right. Let me try this again here. I'm still new. I'm still new at this.
I was going to ask you put a lot of practice into this,
Well, yeah. No, I've been practicing a lot. So I'm okay. All right.
and you like go on websites and.
Oh no, I'm not. Who needs websites? All right. Concentrate on this deck. You didn't concentrate hard enough.
Okay, I'm okay. I'm
All right,
really
look at that. All right, you know your card, right?
I know the card. Yeah.
All right. Is that your card?
That is actually the card.
I know it is. So,
That is actually the card.
yeah. So I'm kind of into some new stuff now.
Black magic
What was the card?
is 7 of clubs.
7 of clubs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was it.
So it only took me twice to get it right.
I don't know how you did it. I would imagine that you know how you did it. And if you say it's magic, I would have to believe you.
It's magic. I mean, it's magic. Here's the thing I like about magic and the thing I hate about magic.
Slapping the microphone on the knee.
Fuck, can't stand that. Yeah, you don't see a magician do that, right? He does a fucking trick, and then he takes the deck of cards and he just slaps himself on the knee.
Or like
and
acts
laughs.
so surprised by his own trick.
Right, no. For sure, no.
Whoa!
I think the first rule of magician is like to be confident and like, no, you fucking did it, right? Because like when the first time when I had you stare at the cards and I pulled the card, you could see in my eyes, I was confident that I pulled the right card. I didn't pull the right one, but I was confident, right?
Yeah, last week we were talking about Dave Chappelle and how he laughs and slaps his microphone on his knee after each. Well, you and I both do like Dave Chappelle and his comedy,
sure.
but you do not care for that aspect of the
I
act.
don't. To me, that's cockiness, and one thing I can't tolerate is cockiness.
Yeah, that's right. What? So, is it? Where did you learn that trick? Can I ask you?
What?
Where did you learn that trick that you just did?
I realized I was a natural magician.
Oh, so it's second nature. It just came to you.
Sure, it's like bowling.
I don't know about that. I've seen you bowl before.
My average is up to 190.
Awesome!
So you were pretty impressed, right?
I think you did a great job.
Thank you.
I'm very happy you brought that aspect of the show.
To this audio medium.
Maybe has a lot to do with my reaction to what you're doing and describing what you're doing. But it was an actual magic trick. I don't know how you did that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Do you think it would have been better if I would have like shown you your car on the first try? Or do you think it makes it better that I did on the second try?
Second try. Yeah, you did it right.
Thank you.
I got a quick question for you. Something I was planning, because you know what, you've been to my house. I mean, let's just say that for every one time or like say 50 times that I come to your house, you come to my house once, maybe. Yeah. But if you remember, first of all, where I even live, and second of all,
you live on Tosher Lane.
Damn near close.
How's that going, by the way? Is that going to go through or no?
The new house thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen.
Because of you or because of them?
Because of me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine. And then I was thinking about the current house that I live in, and you know, like I said, you've been there, and it's a small house. And I was thinking, how can I get more room in my small house? As 2 words for you. You want to take you want to happenstance a guess?
2 words to describe how to make your house bigger.
Yes.
Add-on.
Add-on. Okay. Add-on Z. I would say Murphy bed.
Okay, I get that. But you just bought a new bed.
Well, I bought a new mattress and box spring.
Sure.
I got the frame for free. Have you seen my big bed frame?
No, I have not.
I got a big bed frame for free.
I got a big bed frame. All right, so when I think Murphy bed, I mean, I think of like when we watched the pilot not too long ago, the black and white one with the girl that like the guy 2 doors down and went to a health class.
Yes.
She had a Murphy bed. It goes up in the air and it goes up against the wall, right?
Yes, it hinges at the head of the bed usually. Sometimes it's like one of the sides of the bed, but usually it's the head of the bed, and it folds. It goes up into the wall, straight up vertical.
And so you're thinking that you'll make your house bigger by designing a Murphy bed.
I'll have more room.
The head of your bed, that wall does not have all the shelves, and it does not have a window, correct?
Famously, my bedroom does, from floor to ceiling, wall to wall, have shelves, but the wall that I would do the Murphy bed on does have a window, but there's room next to the window to do the thing I want.
Okay. And you've been thinking about this.
I have been thinking about it.
To make your bedroom bigger?
To give me more space in the bedroom.
For what? You don't have more space because every night you have to put that Murphy bed down.
Correct.
So it's not like you can have a bunch of trinkets and stuff because you'd have to move them every night. So in actuality, you're not gaining any room. It's just the same amount of room, but you have a Murphy bed.
You're going to laugh at me. I want to put my workout stuff under the bed. I was lifting weights for a while, and I would have to drag my weight bench from my utility room into my living room where there was room for it.
Okay.
I don't want to do that anymore.
How often, right now, on September 23rd, how many times a week are you working out?
None.
Okay. And how long and how much money would it take to make your bed into a Murphy bed?
$25,000.
And I just don't see, like, for $25,000,
yeah,
you could add an addition onto the back of your house because
Absolutely.
your yard is big enough to where you could add an addition onto your house.
Absolutely.
You could have a family room.
Absolutely.
And you think it would be better so you can lift weights to make the Murphy bed?
Yes. I found a weight bench that folds flat, and then it would fit.
How much does that cost?
Like $150, less than $150.
Okay.
And then, I thought if the Murphy bed would just go over the top of these things, all I have to do is put the bed up, and I got my TV right there, and I got the coughing right there, and then I could just knock it out real quick. But right now, I don't have room in my living room right now.
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all. You have too many maps.
Yeah, all my maps are taking up a ton of floor space.
I think you need to reevaluate this situation and think to yourself, because that's how you refer to yourself.
Sure.
Is how can I take this $25,000 and make my house larger? For how much space can I really get for $25,000 as opposed to what I want to do? Like for $25,000, I'm pretty sure you could probably add another 800 square feet to your house with the construction of, adding on to your house, as opposed to spending the $25,000 to make your bed go up and to buy a weight bench that costs.
Just so we're clear, it's not going to cost $25,000. Okay, so you do not like this idea.
I think it's ridiculous. I think with all that you get on the nightly basis, keeping that bed down is the best idea.
What do you mean all that I get? What does that mean?
All the sleep that you get.
Okay.
Because I know you. I mean, we've slept together before. You sweat a lot at night, and so if
that's why I put that plastic thing over the mattress.
Right, but if you have a Murphy bed and you raise it up all day long, it's sitting there, and all the stink and all the sweat is just like growing. As opposed to if you have it sitting down all the time, there's air coming and it's opening. It's refreshing itself.
Well, I'll definitely say I never thought of it like that. So
I'm glad you did.
So thank you. All right.
This is a ridiculous fucking idea.
I don't know that it's that ridiculous, but that's fine. It's a small space. I'm trying to IKEA it up by efficiently using my space.
I think to utilize your space, I think you have to get less maps.
That's wall space.
Right, but on those walls, have you ever thought about having a Murphy bed couch? I think that would be better for you.
No, because the couches are awful. They always have a weird bar or a spring that's jacked up. Or a Murphy bed.
What about a futon? Futon couch?
No, those are terrible. Futons and pull-out couches are awful when it comes to no, that's awful. What you want is a Murphy bed is a full mattress, right? It's a full-size mattress.
And a box spring.
Not a box spring. I wouldn't do a box spring. It's a flat board. It's just a flat board, and your mattress is right on top of a flat board. That's all it is.
Well, to be honest with you, if you have a Murphy bed, you need to, again, that wall that you're putting it on, you have to cut out a section of that so the Murphy bed goes up flat into the wall, not just hanging on the outside of the wall, because you're really not saving that much space. That Murphy bed has to go up into the wall, so you have to cut part of that wall out, reframe it, and replaster it and stuff.
All right. I'll consider your suggestions. Thank you very much. I thought you'd be more supportive.
Are you ready for CouchCon next week?
The CouchCon is next week. I'm ready for it.
Wembley Stadium. Have you ever been there?
No, I've seen a picture of it once.
What did it look like?
Not great.
Did you look up anything about Harvey Weinstein?
I did.
Sure. So when we meet him, you have something to talk to him about?
You said he was emceeing the event, and you said that he had some legal troubles, and you said that it was sexual in nature. And to me, that says we don't get him to MC. That's ridiculous.
Sex sells.
Sex sells. Ugh. Well, you got me there, buddy.
What about David Blaine opening up for us? I mean,
that's pretty.
Do you think you would be impressed by my magic trick? You want me to try another one?
You have a second one?
Do I have a second one?
Yeah, let's do it.
What am I, an idiot?
I love the card tricks. Let's see another one.
All right, so
all right,
fan these out. And this is just a regular deck of old ladies.
Just an old pack of old broads. And this is how the last trick started. You're fanning them out face down.
And so you're going to pick that card.
Okay, I see the card.
All right, you got it?
Yep.
Are you thinking about it?
Yep.
All right, here we go. All right.
All right.
All right, here we go.
All right.
All right.
I think I found out how you do the trick.
Hold on. No, you don't. You don't know nothing.
I think
that was the first trick you might not know. You might know. All right, stare at these cards. Stare at this deck of old ladies.
I'm seeing it from the side.
See all these old ladies? All right.
See them.
All right. Now, tell me your worst fear.
Failure.
You too? You say fear too?
You talking you two to me?
You talking fear to you? All right. I'm good. Okay. So, is this your card?
That's not it. No.
All right. Hold on.
Failure.
Okay. Are you concentrating on the deck?
Not really.
That's why it's not working.
Oh, okay. So concentrate on the deck.
Concentrate on these old ladies.
You really need to be more
specific.
Yeah, drive that home more.
All right. Concentrate on these. All right. Is this your card?
No.
I feel like you're not concentrating enough.
Okay.
I'll shuffle them up one more time. All right. All right. Concentrate on the cards. This only works because you're the one that powers this vehicle.
Yeah. You're right.
All right. Is that your card?
No.
Okay.
At this point, I really feel like you know which card it is.
I do know what card it is, but you're not concentrating on the deck of old ladies. One more time. Concentrate on it. Are you concentrating? Is that your card?
It is.
What is that?
It's the 5 of clubs.
Hell yeah, it is. Boom.
So
52 pickup, bitches. I'm the best magician ever.
Well, I think I saw how you did it. What are you getting over there?
I'm getting love from you. That's all that matters to me.
Oh, boy. Okay. Do we have any fan feedback?
No. Oh, no. To be honest with you, yes, we do.
All right, well, then hit me
I'm
with
so
the-
used to saying no.
We'll get the fan feedback ready.
Hey, how about that fan feedback? Am I right?
Who should we call today? Anyone?
Well, let me do the fan feedback, and then you can decide what you want to do. All right. This is from Chris Tuckley. Oh, we already did that one. Oh, there was another one. Oh, here it is. This is from when we did let's join Joni.
Right.
All right, and that was season 20, episode 3, and Grim Noir.
Yeah, I remember that name.
Yeah.
They've talked to Grim Noir before.
He says, "I pretend hate it when my pretend mommy and my pretend daddy pretend fight. Matt's redemption is doing the Lord's work."
Now that is Dee Dee.
No, it's Grim Noir.
Okay, that's Dee Dee.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Is it really?
Well, who else has ever called us mommy and daddy before besides Dee Dee?
Grim Noir?
Okay. I don't know.
You think she has 2 accounts?
I don't know. But thank you, Grim Noir. It's good to hear from you again. I hope you're doing well. What do you look at me for?
I don't know why you would say that. We don't get very much fan feedback, and then when we do, you shit on whoever's fan
I'm not
feedback.
shitting on them. I just thought it was that. I thought it was someone. That's obviously not their name. Grim Noir is not the person.
Sure it is. Why would they have a fake name on Facebook?
Okay.
Do you want me to go to his
Nope.
I'm doing it anyway. Go ahead. Mosey on with your bullshit.
Should I call that guy back at the chicken place?
No.
See if they have him yet.
He was too nice. He was okay. So, Grim Noir is a youthful hashtag. I don't know what that word is. Not so fresh off the bus, looking to get paid for mad rambling on pop culture. Studied liberal arts at Hard Knocks University. Lives in King Persia, Pennsylvania. Duh. And he's from Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's married, and I'm following 5 other people that he knows.
I like that guy.
You want to know the 5 people?
Sure.
I have no idea who they are. So he's real.
I like him then.
Yeah, he does.
I didn't think he wasn't real. I just was trying to surmise who he was.
He's from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's probably fucking Paul F. Tompkins.
Okay. Is that where he's from?
Yeah.
Oop.
Oh, ow.
Oh, I got a runny nose.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Hey, folks, check out CouchCon is coming up here next week. Episode 200 with MC Harvey Weinstein and David Blaine making some balloon animals and doing some tricks. Obviously not as good as my card tricks, but still doing it.
I feel like I know how you did it.
Okay. Well, a magician never tells his secrets.
Well, magician. Do you have any more fan feedback, or is that it?
No, that's it.
Good. That's all that I want. I don't want any more than that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captains have turned on the fasten seatbelt sign.
Boy, oh boy. I don't know. Today we discussed the pilot episode of Fearless from the year of our Lord 2000 plus 4. Now that was a great year.
2004. Let's look at that. How old were you?
23.
So I was 29.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was slanging bang bitches all over. I was getting punani like it was nobody's business.
Where does that word come from?
Punani?
Punani.
It's the Hawaiian word for pussy.
But, like, isn't there, like, 29 different words or whatever for ice for Eskimos?
I have no idea.
Can the same be said for Hawaiian and the synonyms for vagina?
Sure.
Punani being one of them?
Yeah.
What are some other words that are synonyms for that?
For ice?
Okay, so vagina can be called for ice,
Okay.
and it could be called punani.
Roast beef.
All right.
A Die Hard.
A diehard, okay. Gutted Ewok, have you heard of that one?
Yes, I've heard of that one.
Have you heard of a hatchet wound?
Yes, I've heard of that one too.
Meat curtains?
Yeah.
Beef or meat?
Roast beef. It's got to be roast beef from Arby's.
Roast beef curtains.
From Arby's.
Oh, really? They slice it really thin over there. I like it when it's sliced thin. I
Sure.
almost want to be able to see through my roast beef.
Sure. Cock catcher.
I've not heard that one.
Yeah, that's one. Baby maker.
Okay.
Sickle cell provider.
Not heard that one. I feel like you made that one up.
No, that's what they call it.
Oh, boy. 2000 plus 4. There's a lot of things in that year that we have now, or that we didn't have then, but we have now.
Sure. Hey, we can't judge this pilot on 2019 standards because in 2004, there's a lot of things we didn't have. First of all, we didn't have Band-Aids. All right? Mm-hmm. We definitely did not have racism in 2004.
We don't have it then, but we do have it now?
We have it now, but we didn't have it then.
Okay.
Also, we didn't have dolphins in captivity.
Do animals prefer to be kept in captivity?
I would say no. We went to the Milwaukee Zoo recently,
Yeah.
which is one of the top 5 zoos in the whole country. And
Okay. Behind San Diego?
Sure.
Okay.
I didn't look. I just know that it was top 5. And it was the first time I was ever at a zoo where I was like, this isn't right. Because of the way the habitats were. I was like, I've been to St. Louis Zoo, I've been to Chicago Zoo, and I'm like, hi, this is fun, it's great, I'm having a good time. But the Milwaukee Zoo was the first time I was like, this isn't even close to...
What was wrong with it? Just the setups were bad? They were in small cages, bad cages?
Well, like the lion, right? If you go to the Peoria Zoo, the lions, they have this big outside thing, right? They can roam around. Of course, they have cubby holes that they go into at night. And like the gorillas, like in the Chicago Zoo or in the St. Louis Zoo, the gorilla habitats are very large, right? So the lion, I have a picture of me next to the lion, and I'm probably about 7 feet away, and he's not outside; he's inside in a glass habitat. It just really wasn't. To me,
it felt bad.
In like the monkeys. The monkeys, to me, the monkeys were like where they were. Like they had this if they go inside, the fine and dandy, and if they are outside, they're in this this what do you call it? A labyrinth of cages. So I didn't like it. Jason,
Yeah.
you were pretty impressed with my magic tricks, correct? On a scale of 1 to 7.
Yeah, pretty good.
Like a scale of 1 to 7.
Right.
What would you give?
That's a pretty good trick, I guess.
All right. Elijah James Searing, who is the former baggage boy. He got fired because he watched porn on his phone. And he's not ashamed of it at all. Get over there. Get over there. All right. So you've been working on some magic tricks, correct?
I'm ashamed, yes.
Have you been working on some magic tricks?
Yeah. I got this one.
That you need to turn that mic this way and talk into it. Turn this. Jesus. You've been working on
That's not
magic.
good. He's got to lift that up.
You've You've been working on magic tricks lately, correct?
Yes.
And last night you pretty impressed me with a specific magic trick. And what do you call this magic trick?
Honestly, don't know.
Okay, you don't know what it's called. Jason loves magic.
I love magic so much.
All right, Eli, go ahead and do your magic trick.
Okay, so got this quarter.
Right into the mic.
We got this quarter. You see?
I see a quarter. Yeah.
Place it down.
And he's putting it into a paper towel.
Yeah, I see it. Okay.
All right, he's putting it into a paper towel, folding the paper towel up, crumbling it up in his hand very tightly, and he throws it in the other room.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's gone.
Where's it at, Eli? Where is that quarter? There it is. He pulled it out of his pocket. Amazing. Am I right?
Napkin to my pocket. It went to the
Awesome!
Amazing. Love
incredible.
This. It's incredible.
It's
Goodbye.
incredible. There you
Goodbye, guy who's never been on a microphone before and doesn't know how to use it.
go. Very good.
That was great, wasn't it? Was that great or what?
Fantastic.
Last night, at about 8:30 at night with all the lights off, after about 12 beers,
12 beers.
fucking the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Can I guess how it was done?
Sure. I mean, he's gone. A magician never tells his secrets.
And
but
I would never ask him to reveal it, but I'm gonna fancy a guess. It looked to me, as a magician layperson, that just a fan of magic, that he had a my favorite paper towels, the ones that you can select a size. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
And he had just the smallest size selected. And he showed me
he doesn't be wasteful.
Right. He showed me a quarter, which it didn't look like a quarter at all. It looked like some sort of hologram piece of metal, some sort of weird shiny piece of metal. He placed it into the paper towel. He folded it up, and then he threw it out the door, never to be seen again. Wow. And after he had thrown it out, he then reached into his pocket. And from the hand that had the pocket, a new, seemingly separate quarter had emerged. So, magic? Hey, who's to say?
What is magic?
Oh, he's throwing it.
All right, get out of here. Go watch some porn.
Now you're giving him permission. He already blew his job. He might as well blow his load, huh?
Goodbye, Eli.
Oh, he heard that?
Elijah
Whoa.
James.
Yeah, take that paper towel with you. I didn't even see it later
He
there.
doesn't want to take his magic trick away from him.
Oh, yeah, I bet he took
Last
that.
night it was a very good. He has another one. He does the crayon magic trick. Yeah, bring that down.
No.
Bring the magic.
Is this where it looks like he takes it out of his ear or something?
No. Let's mosey along. We'll cut back to that later. Where were we? 2004. No racism.
Right.
Yeah, so great time. I was getting pussy on the rigs.
Yeah, I remember you saying that already. Things that did happen, though, it's important to talk about those things because we have to judge Fearless, the pilot we're speaking about today, in terms of the time it was released. So let's go back to that time frame in our minds. And to do so, we talk about the things that happened, such as September 1st of 2004. Sexual assault charge against LA Lakers star Kobe Bryant is dropped by the Eagle County District Attorney's offices
In Colorado
after the victim decides not to participate.
Right, and that was when he was at a ski resort in Colorado. He supposedly forced himself upon a woman. It was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
Yeah, and they decided not to pursue it.
I guess. And then he had to buy his wife a bunch of diamond-encrusted tennis bracelets.
Right, because she was going to leave him. All right, we have one more magic trip for all you listeners out there. All right, let's do it and do it right.
Okay, so Blake, if you can't tell him what.
No, I will never reveal your secrets.
So I want you to choose a crayon. Here,
Okay, so
take the box.
there's a box of crayons.
Do I pick one? Do I take it out?
Yeah, you take it out,
And put it in the
and Eli has his back to you. All
And
right.
I have to put it in his hand?
Yes, you have to put it in his hand.
Okay. And
All
you're
right.
not going to give him a secret
No,
code?
my hands are behind my back.
Okay, this is a 24-pack of Crayola crayons. It's preferred by teachers.
Sure.
I've taken a crayon out of the box. I've closed the box up,
Now, you're just going to hand him the crayon.
I'm handing him. He's got both hands next to each other behind his back. I'm handing him the single crayon.
All right. And so now he's turning to look at you. Mm-hmm. All right. And his hands are still behind his back. He's not seen the crayon yet.
The box there's no opening. Sometimes they have the opening in the box. You can see the crayon at the front.
All
not
closed.
the case here.
All right. So he's going to turn back around. He's going to give you that crayon with his back to you.
Okay.
All right. So he has not seen the crayon, and he did not see which one was missing from the box.
So I'm taking it, and I assume I'm putting it back into the box.
All right.
Shutting the box.
And when the box is shut, please tell him it's shut and ready to go.
Okay, all good here.
All right, so he's turning around, looking at you. He's focusing deeply on your eyes.
He's not doing anything.
He's focusing deeply on your eyes.
He's not focusing.
Elisha, go to the microphone. Go over to the microphone.
My color I choose is pink.
Is that correct? Jason?
Yeah, that's right.
Damn right it is. Good job, buddy. That was good.
You guys
All
were sending us
No,
messages.
no, not at all.
That's not how.
No, it's not at all. He is amazing. He is Eli the Magnificent.
Can we do it one more time?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
All right, so again, he gave him the deck of crayons, and Eli has his back to Jason, and Jason is picking out a crayon. All right, and do you want me to turn my back?
Yeah, turn your back.
All right, I'm turning my back, but I can't tell the folks what's going on. All right,
Okay.
so I'm not looking at Eli at all.
Okay.
Have you given him the crayon yet?
Yes, and the
All
box
right.
is closed.
All right, so he has turned around. Correct or not correct?
Yeah, he's facing me now with the crayon in his
All right.
hands behind his back, and
And
you
he's
are facing a different direction.
And he's focusing on your eyes, correct?
Now, last time I feel like he was focusing on his own fingers, but now he's looking at me like a
He's
creep.
looking, yeah, like a creep.
I almost prefer you didn't stare at me.
I'm ready.
All right,
You
so
ready?
he's ready. He has it. So he's turned back around, handed you the
Hold
crayon,
on. Don't turn. Don't turn around.
handed you the crayon that he has not seen.
Okay.
You're putting it back in the box. When you have it
Yeah,
in the
that's
box,
good. Go ahead, turn around.
all right. So now he is turned back around. He is focusing on your eyes. He is putting his hands together in very deep concentration. Elijah James, go to that microphone. And which color did Jason pick?
Oh no, it's interesting.
It's an interesting color.
It's interesting.
Focus.
You know,
Eli.
he knows. I can tell he knows already. I don't know how
Yeah.
he's doing it, but I can tell he already knows.
He's playing it up for the crowd.
Yeah, he's really looking at his fingernails. You got to wash them. There's lines of dirt under those nails.
I think he's more focusing on your eyes than he is his nails. Eli, we have a program to do. What color did Jason pick?
You know what? You fooled me. I don't know what it is.
Wow.
I don't know what that. I don't know.
What color was it? I don't know.
How? No. I don't buy this. You know it or you don't.
I don't know the
No.
color.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
How
know.
did I fool you?
I'll tell you how you fooled him. You did not pick a primary color. That's what it was.
Well, he picked pink last time, and that wasn't a primary.
Well,
color.
but you probably picked like burnt sienna or something.
No, I picked pink again.
Get the hell out of here. You're the worst. You're the worst magician.
You guys
ever.
are working together somehow.
No,
I don't like
I'll
this.
tell you how you did it. Goodbye.
No, I don't want to know. I
Goodbye.
don't want
You don't want. Okay, don't tell him.
to know. Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
I'm going to tell you.
I'm going to figure it out sometime.
I'll tell you.
Don't tell him.
September 12th, Detroit Lions beat Chicago Bears 20-16 at Soldier Field to snap their NFL record 24-game losing streak. Of course, it's to the Bears.
Sure.
The Bears suck.
No, they don't. They're going to win the Super Bowl.
I'm a Bears fan because I live in Illinois.
I'm
but
a
the
Bears
Bears
fan.
suck.
They do not suck.
Yeah, absolutely, they suck.
They are
Fuck
going.
'em.
They're going to the Super Bowl. I'll put $10 on it right now.
Okay, yeah, good. I will take.
Shake on it. Yep, $10.
No, the Bears fucking suck. I'm rooting for the Bears, but they suck.
All right.
Who's their quarterback?
Mitch Trubisky.
I don't know if that's right. That sounds made up.
Let's move along. You're pissing me off.
Oh, boy. September 22nd, Lost, created by J.J. Abrams, starring Matthew Fox and Evangeline Lilly, debuts on ABC in the United States of America.
Never watched an episode of it. It was
Yeah.
a big phenomenon. Da, 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 da,
No.
da, 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 da. I never watched an episode of it.
I think for the first 2 seasons, everyone's like, "Oh my god, this is incredible," and then everyone's like, "I invested 32
Sure.
hours into this. Now I have to write it out." But
At the end, it was like a snow globe or something. Right?
in General Hospital, yeah. I think it's one of those things where they didn't know where they're going. And the ending was super disappointing. And I've never seen an episode either. I have no interest to see it at all.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
No, me neither.
All right, I know you want to tell me how he did the trick. I know you want to tell me, right?
Do you want to know or no?
Do you want to tell me?
Do you want to know?
I'm interested.
All right. So what you do is, so he has his back to you. You give him the crayon.
Yeah.
Right? And so when he turns around, he has his hands behind his back. He scratches the crayon with his nail. Then he turns back around. He gives it back to you. And so then when he puts his hands up to his face, he's looking at his nail to see what color it is. But what happened was you picked a color, and he couldn't tell what color it was.
Got it. And
It's pretty good.
And I picked the same color. So do you think that screwed him up with the scratching
yeah,
it?
that for sure went. Yeah.
Okay.
So he overthought it.
Yeah.
Instead of just going with his magician gut.
I picked the same color. All right.
Pretty ingenious, though, right? I mean,
yeah. Okay. It makes sense. It totally makes sense, and that makes sense why he has those damn dirty long fingernails too.
because he loves that game.
He loves scratching crayons. Why did we choose to watch Fearless?
There's three simple criteria, folks. One, it was a pilot episode that never went to series. Whether it aired or not on the WB is irrelevant. Number two, we had to find it on the interwebs. If you can't find it, you can't watch it. But if you find it, what if it costs money? Not happening. Number three is you have to have it be free for us to watch.
It feels good to be free. I want
Oh,
to be free.
I love being free.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You nailed it. Where can you find the entire episode of Fearless to watch for yourself? We can do so by subscribing to Couch Pilots and SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes, or go to YouTube, Black.
And you know what to do, too.
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff, please.
Do you think that phrase is going to stick?
Oh, I think it's... You'll probably hear it in the Olympics next year.
Really?
Yeah.
You ever go on the YouTube and look up Olympics?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Summary of the pilot. A girl without the gene for fear becomes an FBI agent.
Yeah. B+.
That was your score last week. We put some pretty good scores recently.
Yeah.
What do you think genes have the power of doing? Like
not being fearless. That's not real.
Okay.
There is no gene that makes you have fear. That is not real.
So the premise of the show is a lie.
Sure, but it's one of those it's one of those premises that, like, if you say it real fast, somebody will believe it. You know? Like if you hold your tongue and say, "I was born on a pirate ship," what happens? I was born on a pirate ship, right? You said I was born on a pirate ship, but it sounds like you say I was born on a pile of shit.
Right.
It's the same thing.
I love you, olive juice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's pretty good. What about, is there such thing as the gay gene?
I don't think it's a gene, but I think you are either born. I think you when you're born. I don't think it's any kind of DNA. I don't think it's any kind of gene, but I do think that you're either born gay or you're born straight. You know, I don't think it's a learned behavior.
Okay, but so if it's not genetic, let me throw this at you real quick. And this is just one example. I don't know if there's a lot of examples like this or not, but you ever hear of the female rock combination known as Tegan and also Sarah?
No.
Okay, I like them. They're Canadian broads. I think they're about a year older than me. Twin identical sisters.
Okay.
Both gay ladies.
I think that's that doesn't necessarily mean it's DNA that's involved in it, because if it was DNA involved or gene involved, like the mother or the father would have had to been gay.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I know somebody who is a twin. Mm-hmm. All right.
You promise?
And Scout's honor. A female who is a twin, and both of them are straight. Mm-hmm. Okay? Their mother had another set of twins, twin boys, and they were both gay. So if wouldn't the mom have had 4 gay people?
It's tough to say, because it's not like every time you have a kid, it's the same kid.
I don't think that, like, from what I've gathered over the years, like a 12-year-old boy sees other boys and is like, I'm attracted to them.
Yeah.
That doesn't just happen for like because of society. There are like I'd say 25% of gays is just from society. They want to be part of something, but for 75% of gays or lesbians or whatever, it's from day one.
Just like Lady Gaga, they were born that way.
Sure.
Yeah.
She wears meat suits, by the way.
They meet cute.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet cute in a meat
movement.
suit.
Obviously, right? We're talking about the meat cute movement.
If I have too much cute meat, I will have a movement. Interesting.
Do you agree or no?
Yes. I think most people are born with the sexuality that they
In
eventually
their brain. It's
in
just,
their mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
In their mind. But it's not a gene. It's not a DNA thing.
I don't know. I probably not, but I don't know
Because
much about that.
by now the whole world would be all just gay people, right?
Perhaps, yeah.
The Romans, there was a lot of gay activity in the Roman era, right? Bathhouses,
friends, countries, Romans, lend me your queer.
right?
Yeah.
So that was what 7,000 years ago.
Oh, at least 7,000.
And so by now, if it was a gene thing, gays would they can't reproduce anyway, so it's impossible for it to be genes. Just
The buck stops here, right?
sure,
Yeah.
Milwaukee Bucks. But what I'm saying is, your brain is programmed. So here's the thing. It's not genetic for you to become a serial killer. It's not.
Okay.
It's something that there's wires not connected in your brain when you're born that lead you to become a serial killer. Right? A pedophile. You don't have a long heritage of pedophiles in your family. You become a pedophile. It's because when you're born, all the wires in your brain don't connect the normal way.
Okay. Is that due to circumstance or is that just physiology?
It's
or what?
physiology.
Okay.
Right. I think like if you're gay, it's just physiology. And like if you're a pedophile, it's the same way. You're born a pedophile. You don't just become a pedophile. Like, there isn't some point in your life where you're like, you know what? Now that I think little kids are fucking hot. I want to fuck them all.
I thought you said that you were born that, or you weren't born that way. Now you're saying you are?
Well, I'm saying that it's not DNA or genetics.
Okay.
You're born with your wires not being crossed right,
Okay.
or the same way that a quote unquote average person is.
Okay.
I'm not saying like to be gay or to be a lesbian is wrong. Not at all. I'm just saying your brain is not wired the way quote unquote a normal person's is.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't. Again, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying
You're very clearly saying it's wrong.
No, I'm not. Does it sound like it?
To me, it's like you're saying, I hate gay people, and you're battling your own sexuality here
that's
on
not
the
it at all.
mic.
I'm just saying that
It's fun to watch you battle your sexuality in front of twos of threes of people.
that's not what I'm saying.
I know it's not what you're saying. That's fine. I'll say it for you. Hold on. No, yeah, interesting facts.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's some interesting facts that Jason has. He scoured the internet, and he makes me look like an asshole when I'm really not. And so now I'll lose sleep tonight because I feel like I said it wrong. But he's got some facts about this pilot that we may not know. Don't discuss with anybody else. Don't share your opinions with anybody.
Yeah, please don't do those things, folks. You're not saying being a gay guy is bad.
No.
I
I'm just
understand
saying.
what you're saying.
I'm just saying it has nothing to do with genetics or DNA. Is what I'm saying.
What's the difference between genes and
My grandpa's name was Gene.
My grandpa's name was Jane too.
Right.
Hold on
Gene
a second.
Clayton?
Yes.
Oh my God! I can't believe it. My gay brother.
Are we gay for each other?
Oh, we have been for years.
Interesting
One
fact.
of us is.
Fearless is a series of teen novels written by American author Francine Pascal, creator of the Sweet Valley High franchise.
Oh.
The first book in the series, Fearless, was published in 1999 through Simon Pulse and concluded in 2004 with the 36th entry, Gone.
That makes sense.
It makes a lot of horse sense. Fact.
Well, it makes sense that the author made all the '80s version of this in regards to the Valley twins.
Was there a Sweet Valley High TV show?
Yeah,
Sweet
or something.
Valley High.
And so she wanted to take it into the '90s to sell books, and she just made it into there's this person has no gene for fear.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Was Sweet Valley High based on anything genetic?
I doubt it. I do remember my stepsisters maybe had those books, or I saw them in the library or something.
Yeah, I remember it being like a lot of pastel colors, a lot of
Sure.
like people wearing
Pink.
sweaters on the front of their It was drawn, right? It was drawings of people.
Drawings.
Drawings. I like to do them. Columbia TriStar Television optioned the television rights for Fearless in 1999, and a pilot episode was filmed for the WB for the fall 2003 television season. Fact. You had mentioned WB. So you knew this was part of the WB.
Sure, yeah.
How did you know that?
On the YouTube, it says Fearless WB pilot.
Nice. Very high five that. The show was never aired, as producer Jerry Bruckheimer pulled the show due to various concerns, and the time slot was later filled by One Tree Hill.
Wow.
You ever hear that fucking shit? Mm-hmm. I've never seen One Tree Hill, have you?
I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, is that the one with Lori Loughlin from...
I don't know people's names.
Hey, sure you do. Lori Loughlin is from Full House. She's currently in trouble for the college tuition scandal.
Yeah.
And she was also in... Oh, she was in that pilot. Remember, she was like in lingerie in jail, and then she went to like work as a maid for this rich family.
I remember that, but I don't remember what the name of it was. I do remember her in lingerie.
I don't remember the name of that show either.
That would have been good for interesting facts. If you would have,
we were in the middle of interesting facts.
I know, but I was going to say it would have been a good fact if you would have kind of did some work and gone back to that.
What is One Tree Hill? Is it filled the time slot? You want me to dig deep into the stars? Are you wanting me every interesting facts to find some 6 degrees to a previous Couch Pilots episode?
Yes.
I will not do it.
You've already done too much work.
Stars Rachel Lee Cook as Gaia. You may know her from She's All That and Josie and the Pussycats.
Okay.
Did you recognize her?
Josie and the Pussycats was the band in the Archie comic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think there was a cartoon, maybe in the 70s or 80s. And then she was part of the rehashing of all the old shit. And so they made a live action film to cinema with her as starring as one of the Pussycats. Nothing funny about it. You ever see She's All That?
No.
It's one of those movies where it's like, I will...
Oh, yeah, where she's like ugly, nerdy girl, and somebody talks her into... does some stuff to her, like takes her glasses off, and all of a sudden she's beautiful.
Yeah, that's it. Twitter responses.
Twitter responses. I wonder if Jason got some Twitter responses.
No way. All these people are alive, too.
They're just lazy.
There's a guy, Eric Balfour, the main guy in this.
Yeah, he's not very busy, right? He's not very busy where he couldn't
not
reply to a
busy.
fucking tweet.
Come on, Eric Balfour. He was in the remake of the Chainsaw Massacre, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Right.
Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
You did see that?
Oh, yeah.
The remake?
Yeah.
Do you remember who else is in that?
Rob Zombie.
Yeah. Here is the aviation question of the day. How many engines did the Howard Hughes H-4 Hercules, a.k.a. the Spruce Goose, have?
4.
8.
Who do we appreciate?
2 extra credit points. What was the wingspan, feet and inches?
The wingspan of that plane was probably 132.
320 feet.
Pretty close.
320 feet. All right, let's break down the show here. The entire plot point of Fearless. And I'm going to start with the 10 minutes here. And would you like to kick it off?
Sure. Her name is Gaia Moore, right? Correct? Gaia?
Yes.
Gaia. Set that feels on fire. Gaia. Gaia Moore, she works for the FBI. We find out right off the bat that she doesn't cry when she was a baby. She's never scared. There's a dog barking in her face when she was a little kid. It's because Her parents had her tested, and she does not have the fear gene.
And we learn all this through narration by her in the beginning, and it's a very quick bring you up to speed on who she is.
And it discusses the whole fight or flight thing, and she's like, I've never flighted, basically.
Her senses are heightened as well, and we kind of see her in action during the narration.
She's like in FBI camp, like training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she's 23 years old, and I make note that the narration is not good. It's
No.
bad narration.
Yeah.
So she's driving and in her vehicle. She gets pulled over by someone, and she has a conversation with some guy about her past.
And he whips out his badge.
Yeah.
She whips out her badge, and then the guy says, "Get out! You have to go talk to Agent Shankman." And she gets in the car with Agent Shankman, and the guy drives off in her car.
Yeah, it's very bizarre, but I guess that's how you do
How
things
bizarre?
with the FBI. OMC style. He's concerned about her being a lone wolf and having a partner, or never had a partner before.
Right, because she has this trait, and so it makes her. She's like a wild, she's like a
wild
loose
card, man.
cannon. Loose cannon. I noticed right off the bat, and I wrote this down. She has big eyes. Like her eyes are really big and
I
very
think if
beautiful.
you are young and cute and have big eyes, that goes such a long way
Sure.
in Hollywood, don't you think?
And during this time, the Pink song "Hazard to Myself" comes on. I'm a hazard to myself.
Very quick intro. That was apparently going, that's such a 2004 song.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
Really puts a marker.
And it's
on
not the only
time
Pink song
stamp.
in this one.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. So you got two agents in the parking garage. It's Ryan, played by Eric Balfour, and then
And
Harmony.
Harmony.
Bianca something is her name. I don't know.
Who has the name Harmony? Anyway, they're these young guys. They're these young people, and they're in a new FBI division, right?
And the three of them are going to be partners.
Sure. And they're like, we don't want this girl. We don't know anything about her. Why is she getting like a motorcade?
Almost, preferential treatment for whatever reason. And they
Well,
said,
it's going to find out. It's because one of the guys that's in charge is her godfather. His name is Frank.
okay. See, you're catching stuff I didn't necessarily catch. I knew Frank was around, and they mentioned him later, and it looked like he was there at the end, but I didn't put that together.
All through it, he was there.
I didn't catch that. They're this group, Ryan, Harmony, and a guy are tasked with taking down Jordan and Andrew. They are part of this identity theft ring, and they're going to work with I think it was Jordan, right?
Yeah. Work with Jordan. He obviously had been arrested, so he was the narc, and so they're going to go undercover with him as their bait guy or whatever.
I felt like this is the new Mod Squad. Do you know the Mod Squad?
Yeah. I thought of it as 21 Jump Street, maybe like FBI version of the 21 Jump Street.
You're right. It's like Mod Squad, 21 Jump Street, Fearless.
Sure. That order. So
One begat the other. 70s, 80s, 90s.
you begat yourself, my
Hey,
friend.
beget off. Gaia is in her. What is she? She's in her bed drinking beer.
No, she's in the bathroom drinking beer because she's getting ready to go to Club Zero.
Oh, she's in her bra.
And she's in her bra.
Yeah.
And Harmony comes in and she's like, "Hey, what do you think I should wear?" And I was like, "It doesn't matter." So she meets up with Jordan. They go into Club Zero because they want to get with this guy whose name is Do or,
I think it's Andrew.
but they call him
Drew.
Doe
maybe?
or Drew.
Oh, Andrew, like Doe, like John Doe.
Doe. Yeah, and so what they're doing is they're going undercover. She's going to give him a CD-ROM that has 10 like false identifications on it to prove that she's like into this.
Yeah.
And then Felicia, who is Jordan's ex-girlfriend.
This is weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're at the club. Jordan's there. He's the bad dude. He's the narc. He's with Gaia because they're kind of working on this thing together since he's the narc. Felicia shows up as the ex-girlfriend. He's like, oh man, she's going to blow this whole
psycho.
thing.
Yeah, she's psycho.
So Gaia kisses Jordan, and then she purposefully does it in front of Felicia, and then goes to the bathroom. Felicia follows her with her friends into the bathroom, and Gaia beats the shit out
the
of her.
fucking shit out.
But these girls aren't necessarily involved with anything.
No, it was.
But she's kicking their fucking ass.
It was strictly just to show that she's a badass.
Yeah.
She got cut in the shoulder, back of the shoulder blade. She doesn't care.
They're playing that song by the Crystal Method. That's the name of the game. You know that song?
Right. And then after that, there was another Pink song.
Okay. Andrew is impressed. He comes in and he's like, hey, I'm the bad guy, and I'm really impressed by you kicking these bitches' ass.
the bad guy.
Nikki is a guy's grandmother and Frank's wife, I believe.
No, Nikki is Gaia's godmother.
Okay, just said that, right?
You said grandmother.
Okay. All right, but Frank is her husband, right?
Is Nikki's husband?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She comes to check up on her the next day. Yeah, she's very
And
different.
she's like, "Why didn't you tell us you got cut?" She's like, I'm cool. I don't need it."
This is one of so many like overly dramatic conversations. They have one in the bathroom. They have one here, and they continue to have them throughout the show.
Yeah, there's one later on where her and Harmony, why is your file restricted? And she's like, "You don't want to know," kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like ass kicking drama, and then
Right. It's like One Tree Hill drama.
and then action drama,
Right.
action drama. One Tree Hill. Hey, this thing's about ready to die.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll take care of it.
So back at work, they're kind of sorting through the info that they got from last night at the club, and Andrew calls Gaia to do business. He's like, "Okay, you gave me the CD. It checks out. I want IDs and credit cards." She's like, "Yeah, no problem." So then Gaia goes then to pump some more information from Jordan because he's not giving us everything that he can. So she's pumping him for information. And while she goes to talk to him, she like looks through a window and she can like see that she's trying to help like his mom who's like comatose or something.
Yeah, she is like a vegetable.
Yeah, and he's in there like feeding her. It's like, oh, this is actually a good dude. He's not like laying around eating cheese puffs, playing video games. He's actually trying to do something good.
Or doing methamphetamines.
Right, amen to that. So her and Jordan are then working on a computer, and having a full conversation full of like metaphors and drama. And there's like a lot of unblinking staring at each other. I hate this kind of shit. I don't know about you. I hate this fucking like, hey buddy.
I hate it too.
Gaia and Jordan seem to be developing feelings for each other is something I wrote.
Yeah, you can tell that like even like when they first meet in the alleyway, you can just tell there's something's going to happen between the two of them.
Absolutely. Ryan and Harmony then are uncovering at work that there are things going on that they're not aware of, like this thing may be bigger than them.
I think it has to do with her FBI file being restricted.
That's probably what it is. Andrew and Gaia then play that knife game with the hands. Like she goes to meet him to talk about more like bad guy shit, and he's like doing the thing where you spread your hands out and put the knife between
it's
it.
like Russian roulette with a knife, and
she doesn't flinch.
No, she's like whatever. But we don't know this at the time. But somehow they know she's a cop, or they think she's a cop.
They're just trying to really beat the hell out of her and test her,
Right?
And so they water torture her. But all these things that they're doing her. She's not scared.
Milk torturing.
Torture.
There was a dead body there was a girl in a tub, naked black girl in a tub, and it was milk and not water.
What? Did I miss that?
I think it was. And the black girl doesn't move, so I think the girl's dead.
Jesus, I missed that. Anyway, during the water torture, she kicks all of their asses. Then.
Oh, for sure. And then she puts a gun on him. He's like, "You want to fuck with me?" And he's like, "Well, we need 300 IDs." That's if you're the real deal.
Like this guy who was outside who got the CD at the club is like the guy who's in charge even over Andrew, and he comes in and starts demanding this shit. And then Ryan and Harmony pick up Jordan and Gaia, and it seems like Jordan was kind of like almost playing them.
Right. So like he was lying the whole time.
We're really back and forth on this Jordan guy. If he's helping him out, if he's really being straight with him,
and that's kind of like the string to the whole thing is Jordan a good guy or a bad guy? Come to find out, Jordan's dad is the one that's above everybody, and he's the one that's doing this. But we find out that Jordan was lying. It was like, oh, what a fucking asshole! He's lying. He's trying to set up Gaia or whatever. And no, come to find out, he wants his dad to get arrested because his dad has nothing to do with him and his mom. He threatens him all the time, and so Jordan's like, I'm done with this. I want to set my dad up. Yeah,
and he does, and they successfully do it. A couple guys get shot in the process, but at the end of the thing, Jordan, it seems like he's now a part of their team.
Right,
almost. Like he's the conduit into the underworld.
He's like because he was involved, he was a CW, and they called him a corresponding witness or something.
Consenting, maybe. Was it a consenting witness?
Co-spirit, whatever. But so he's going to help him from now on.
There you go. That's it.
That's it. For sure. There was a lot more, but it's fine.
Please remain seated as we are now crossing a zone of turbulence.
This is a 45-minute television drama.
Sure.
So it's a little bit
hard to-
longer one. It's hard to get all in. Yeah, you're right. Why didn't Fearless work?
Why didn't it work? I think it would be expensive because there was a lot of different sets. And the WB, if I'm not mistaken, at this time is still kind of new, maybe.
Well, it dates it to the point where the WB doesn't exist anymore. You had UPN and you had the WB, and
Right.
together they became CPN.
Right, but at this time, I mean,
Is that right? Or no, CPN and UPN.
I don't know.
CW? What is it now? Is it the CW?
I don't have cable. I haven't had cable in over 2 years.
I think it's the CW is a thing that exists now, and it came from the WB
Right.
and UPN.
But it's still a new network.
Yes.
And, so money is not just like NBC money. You don't have CBS money. You don't have Fox money. You don't have a lot of fuck you money.
Rachel Lee Cook is probably a fairly good get at the time.
Sure.
Coming off of some of those romantic teen comedies from the late 90s, early aughts. This is 2003 they shot this. So she's probably a good get at the time, maybe a little expensive.
Right, and also all the sets they're all over everywhere.
Yeah.
And then also, to be honest with you, the music rights. They played Pink a couple times in here.
Yeah.
So if they want this to be the young adults to be interested in it. You want to put their music,
Get the hip pop music
right,
of the
but
time.
that costs money.
It does. Now, was it just me, or was it a bad quality version that we watched?
Yeah, it was a bad quality version.
Or was it meant to look kind of
No, I think
blue and hazy and
I think
moody?
it was a bad quality version.
Okay.
Yeah, because it never aired, so I would say it's a bad version.
That might be the case. If you were to improve it, what would you do? I think we're dead set on she doesn't feel fear like that. I don't
Right.
know that you can change that.
No, you can't.
How would you change the rest of the show to make it work better?
I think this is what they wanted. I don't think I should change anything because I think this is what they were looking for. I think they wanted a young, good-looking girl, and they wanted the 21 Jump Street kind of thing, and hip and cool. I don't know. I didn't think that it was horrible. I mean, the actors, there's a lot of them that were not a lot of, big named actors, but they weren't horrible at it.
Yeah.
So
I tell you what, I would change Rachel Lee Cook. I don't think she's a good actress. I think that
did you see her in a bra?
I saw her in a bra, yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think she's a good actress. I think it's one of those things where maybe they're like, now remember, you don't have any fear. But that doesn't mean you're like a zombie either.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true.
like she is a person who can emote everything except fear, which it plays to her advantage almost in every situation on the show, which is a good hook for the program. But I don't think her to be a
She's
very
very
good
dry.
actress. Yeah, it's just her lines come out dead all the time. It's just like,
Kind of like my second wife having sex with
and
me.
you're gonna want to high five that shit.
I saw that coming. I was just like all over it. I was just waiting.
You're like crouching down and your
Ladies and
ass wiggling
gentlemen,
like a
as
cat
you
ready
are
to jump on it.
Please make sure your seat backs and tray tables.
I like it when you
are
wiggle your
enough
ass.
Like it's a fuzzy ball on a stick.
Hell yeah. All right, so you're a damn dirty cheater. IMDb, Internet Movie Database. What is the score from IMDb?
I couldn't find it. I could not find it on IMDb. I tried. I could not find it.
Okay. I like this because it definitely is on there, and it is one that you have to... I backdoor my way into some of these sometimes.
I bet you do.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Sometimes should I tell you how I find them? Is this like revealing my magic trick to you, how I find some of these?
Okay, I'm watching your deck of old ladies.
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Okay. So...
Oh, you go from the actress back.
I do that, but if there's sometimes I don't know any of the people in it, and we're gonna do one in a couple months called North Hollywood, and I was talking to the guy who started it and wrote in it, and there are no credits on that. I just ass backwards fell into that, but a lot of times what I'm doing is I'm looking at the credits if I can't find it on IMDb, and I'm finding oh I know that Eric Balfour. I didn't even know that was Rachel Lee Cook at first. I think it was such a bad quality version that we saw that I couldn't even recognize her. And then I was like, oh, I know that guy. I know Eric Balfour. Let me look it up. Boom, 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 boom. 2004, Fearless. But just typing in Fearless in IMDb is not going to really get you anywhere.
It's not,
and I don't know why.
It's going to get you a karate movie, first off.
Well, why don't you guess the score from IMDb?
I'd say it was a 6.5.
It's a 6.3. And that's from 166 ratings.
That's a lot of ratings.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And for something that was not aired, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a name like Rachel Lee Cook, and then maybe there's some hardcore Jerry Bruckheimer guys out there, but he's a big deal, right?
There was some Blake guy in it, too. Like, there was like a producer or something. Blake something. I turned it off.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I missed that.
I'm sorry.
Critic reviews. Warren Ellis reviewed the pilot episode and criticized it as too unfocused to make consistently engaging television, and I think it's the wrong composition of concepts to hook the young audience I assume they're playing for. No, you don't agree with that?
I agree.
Warren Ellis, he's a television creator. He created, I think it was a comic book that they turned into a television show that we did early on that you gave a perfect score to, Global Frequency.
Oh, okay.
And Warren Ellis is the creator of that, and we followed him, and he's I think he briefly liked or something, some things we did a long time ago, but for whatever reason, he commented on this particular pilot.
Wow, that's weird that a famous person would comment on an IMDb page.
Odd. Viewer reviews, 10 out of 10, should be a lot closer based to the books. There's a handful here. I'm just going to read the headlines real quick. Seems good. Have to try not to compare the show to the books. 4 out of 10 scars. Seems okay. 8 out of 10 scars. A girl born without the fear gene. I like Alias. Someone said it was like Alias. Do you remember that show with Jennifer Garner?
I know of it. I didn't watch it.
I like Alias, so I can see that there's a point, but with a little recasting and revamping, this show could have had a potential to replace Alias now that it's ending its 5-year run. So that's an old post.
This is a plug for Alias.
Jerry Bruckheimer strikes again. What a piece of trash. So people kind of mixed reviews on this. I'm glad someone said that the recasting could help, because I kind of agree with that.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to FCF Airport. Local time is 11:11 and the temperature is 69 degrees. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captains turn off the fasten seatbelt sign.
1 to 7. That's the point system we have in place to grade these pilots. It makes sense to me. Some people say 2 thumbs up. Some people say
1 to 10.
1 to 10, 5 stars. Right. 5-star review.
No, it's 1 to 7.
1 to 7. That's the score. That's the system.
1 being the worst.
Yeah, and that's based off of the characters from the television program affectionately and accurately known as
Wings
from the 1990s, and all the characters represent a number in which this pilot can be graded.
Sure, number 1 is Roy Biggins.
That's the worst score you can get.
It's awful.
Number 7 is the best score you can get. That's Brian Hackett. Ooh, that's the one you want.
Yeah.
If you're a pilot in waiting, oh boy, that's what you want, right?
Learn from us, folks.
Captain Philip, rest assured, I turn to you. How do you rate Fearless?
Oh my gosh, I didn't know it was about a book series, so I didn't know. I didn't read any of the books. I didn't know anything about it. I couldn't compare it.
Do you like that? Do you like coming into these totally blind?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I love being totally blind when I come into a dark room. Never know what you're going to get. I liked the twist with Jordan's dad being the bad guy, and then, it was very to me. It was very WB-ish,
super teeny, right?
Teeny bopper, young, a lot of close-ups, hip music. The pacing wasn't that bad. There was a couple scenes that were like over dramatized, but take away the godmother scene and take away the harmony scene, the pacing was fine for me. I gave this a sexy girl bump.
Okay.
Because she was drinking a beer in a bathroom with her bra and a shirt on. I'm giving it a 6. I enjoyed it.
Really?
I thought it was really good. I know you're going to disagree with me, but I gave it a 6.
Okay. Sometimes you come up with a score and it doesn't make any sense, but you made a good case for it. So I'm not going to argue with you at all. You're welcome. I can't go that high with this. Everything about this is right. Okay, you've got a hot young star with Eric Balfour and Rachel Lee Cook. All right, these are hot young kids, probably 21 to 25 years old. That's your demographic for something like the CW or the WB. You've got some action, some ass kicking, right? You've got people going into nightclubs, pop music, electronic music. It's shot very stylistically. It's a Jerry Bruckheimer joint. Like, everything is in motion here. Everything works. But I didn't really like it. I'm not the demographic, though. I'm not, even back then, I wasn't tuning into shows like this when I was the right demographic.
I hear you.
People from like 15 to 20, that's your audience for this, right? I'm not the audience, but I get it, and it seems like, oh, this is great. They got a ton of material to pull from with these books. Everything is in place, from the actors to the action to the producers to the set. Like, everything works, but I didn't like it. But taking into consideration the time period, taking consideration who the audience is for, I'm going to give it a 4. I didn't like it.
Right down the middle.
I wouldn't
Right down
watch
the
it
middle.
going forward, but it's definitely not bad. We've seen
Right.
some real fucking shit,
Sure.
right? And with that, you give it a 6. I give it a 4. And with that, we close the book on Fearless, and we will never mention it again.
I'm not scared to say.
But join us next time, won't you please, at CouchCon for our 200th episode, when we throw out all the rules and we watch the pilot episode of Wings. You knew it. Of course. It could only be that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It could only be that. Here's a little something to wet your whistle. Brothers Brian and Joe Hackett attempt to run an airline on the New England island of Nantucket while surrounded by their various wacky friends and employees.
A+ summary.
Yeah,
I'm going to call it.
Call it now. Call it in the air. You can find the entire episode of Wings by subscribing to Couch Pilots and SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes, or go to cbs.com and pardon my dust.
Shit. I'm about to watch on my phone.
Pardon my dust. CBS. We've never had it. This is weird. NBC made Wings. You can go to cbs.com, and it's not some weird cbs.org, some odd site.
Right.
It's Columbia Broadcasting Station.
Did they end
Network.
up buying the rights to it or something, maybe?
Maybe. For what reasons, I have no idea. But you can see it there. Or I have a DVD of it right there.
Really?
Yeah.
So what are we going to do?
We can do whatever you
That
want.
changes up what we
Well,
talked about.
At CouchCon, I'll have a DVD for us for the screening.
Okay. All right.
So that will help.
How are we going to play that DVD?
We'll figure it out. I got some ideas.
Okay. All right.
So
That's Wembley Stadium is big. I don't have it.
it's a projection, DVD in the projection. It's fine. You knew it would be Wings, though.
I knew. Here's what I thought. I thought either it was going to be Wings, pilot episode for sure would make sense, or I thought maybe you had scrounged up some Paul F. Tompkins pilot, but I knew that I don't think there was one. So
He's got a handful. Tough to find.
Yeah.
Just because a pilot was made and exists somewhere in the world doesn't mean it's accessible
it's not free.
to us
or available.
or free. Yeah.
So no, to me this is the perfect. It's the perfect storm.
Yeah. So there you go. 200 episodes in, we're finally taking a look at the program from which a lot of the shit from the show has been ripped from. And I mean, I enjoyed the show Wings, but like,
I don't remember.
I was
it.
never like a super fan.
No, but I
to
don't.
where
Remember, when we watch this, I'm not going to go. Oh yeah, I remember this episode for sure.
we didn't like build this show off of like,
Because-
what we love is Wings. And what would fit with that? TV shows that had only one episode.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't go like that. It's just by happenstance.
Sure.
But I think it's on these mile markers, 100.
Sure.
Golden Girls,
Yeah.
200. Gotta hit the Wings, baby.
Yeah, for
Gotta-
sure.
Gotta hit
No,
those
it
Wings.
makes complete sense. I love it.
Well, I'm glad
I'm
that
excited.
you love it. And I'm excited as well. I'm excited to jump on this plane and not have something recorded, head to CouchCon, and show the world what we're made of. And all of our guests that'll be there. I'm so excited.
There's gonna be hundreds and thousands of people there.
This will be probably upwards of a 3-hour long episode. And again,
We're splitting up into 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Because we don't expect anybody to deal with that. But
this is not fucking Joe Rogan experience, right?
no, for sure not. But I think it's going to be epic.
I think it'll be epic as well. Until then, to kind of keep you satiated, go to couchpilotspodcast.com. All of our episodes there. You can listen to them there for free. If you know a pilot that exists as a one-offer, throw it in the search engine. If we did it, it's going to pop right up.
Sure.
We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can follow us, like us there if you want. 910 Pilots 1. Leave us a message. Give us a call. By the time this airs, CouchCon will already happen, and for those lucky people who went,
Yeah.
leave us a message. Tell us about your experience.
Exactly. Thank you very much. I'm glad you thought of that. Tell us how your experience at CouchCon was.
910-PILOTS-1. That's 910-745-6871. Like we said last week, it was a 3-day ordeal. We're tightening it down to one. It's just going to be a jam-packed left, right, warming up your ribs, uppercut.
Just like Mike Tyson.
Hell yeah.
It's going to last 43 seconds.
Yep.
You might have paid $50 for that pay-per-view. It's less than 43 seconds.
At the end of the day, you can say, I was there.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. Also, if you like the show and want to give us money, go to patreon.com. You can be a subscriber. You can do a one-time donation if you want. Help keep the lights on here at Couch Pilots. What we do is free for you, but it's not free for us. We enjoy doing it. We have a great time. We have a great friendship. But if you want to give us a little money to help keep the lights on and support what we do, we would super duper appreciate it. Do you have any words of encouragement? Anything you want to say to kind of a final prep for people before CouchCon?
CouchCon is one of the biggest events of the year. Mm-hmm. We're doing it at Wembley Stadium. It's a mecca of just audiences.
It's a highly sought after location.
Yeah, I'm sure Queen has played there.
They still play there.
To be honest with you, I think Live Aid there was part of Live Aid.
Live Aid.
Yeah, Live Aid. I think Wembley Stadium.
There were two locations for Live Aid, right?
Yeah, and Wembley Stadium. So Queen had to play to that. That was the iconic from Bohemian Rhapsody.
And Blake, you and I will be recreating that entire set,
scene by scene, shot for shot. We love you guys. 200 episodes is a huge deal. We can't wait to see everybody. We cannot wait to put this out. We can't wait to record it, for goodness sakes.
Very excited.
We love you guys, and I have to pee really bad, so push that button, baby.
This pilot may have been rough, but it is always a smooth flight here on Couch Pilots. Thanks so much, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
On behalf of Couch Pilots and the entire crew, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a nice day.